Om Shanti. Everyone sit straight and still. And take long breath and let go of anything, any stress, any anxiety, any fear, anything from past. Make your inner space within the center of food very pure, very clean, so that we can invoke Baba, create presence of Baba, and I can sit together with Baba in this space, completely light, and through my awareness of being a soul, I take my throne or seat in the center of forehead. And create my stage of eternal and imperishable being of light and pure energy. If you feel like taking long breath, continue. Because head and heart both need to be very light and clean. Head is more connected with intellect, and heart is more connected with mind. Sometimes there is extra use of intellect in planning, reasoning, many different things. But at this moment, we have to keep our intellect very, very quiet, very silent, so that even the physical brain, head, feels light. And even thoughts in the mind are silent. More as an observer. So heartbeat also becomes very rhythmatic, very light. No burden on the intellect, no heaviness in the mind. So that both the abilities are able to experience the presence of one who is supreme, presence of one who is divine, one who is ever pure. Because the experience and the presence is through either the feelings or it could be also through divine intellect. So in both mind, intellect, that is soul, now just becomes a point. But also I can look at myself at this sparkling light, a beautiful star. As much I merge my physical identity, as much I merge I and mine, I could go beyond the limit into unlimited. Beyond my limited thinking of I and mine, this ownership through my intellect and carry the responsibilities. When I am detached from the body, in corporeal stage of just being a light and light, I gradually connect my mind with great love. My thoughts of love for one who is supreme and divine, one who is ever pure, one who is almighty. I soul also is eternally pure, but there is still some alloy from the past sanskars. Purity brings lightness. Purity takes me deep silence. So now I connect, I think of one who is not only ever pure, but one who is also purifier. I sit for few moments with purified Baba. Let the soul's impurities get burned, dissolved. As I stay immersed in Baba's love, Baba is able to help me. For me to reclaim this stage of perfect purity, complete purity. Purity is very important for the light and the power, the might of the soul to increase. Perfection of the soul, completeness of the soul depends on full light, and full of power, the might, light and the might of the soul. Helps the soul to stay very, very peaceful, and also be victorious as well. So as I sit with Baba, the purifier, and reclaim full light and light, with purity. It brings peace, very deep spiritual love for everyone. As Baba looks at the soul, I take drishti from Baba. Become bodiless, loveful, peaceful, blissful. Now I stay just in company in front of Baba and take drishti from Baba. The awareness of being child so master. As a child, I inherit Baba's all qualities, Baba's all powers, Baba's all knowledge. Then as a master, I use that inheritance to make myself worthy child of Baba.
शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया होगा हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। जहाँ होता है मानव का धन वही होता है उसका मन। इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन। हमसा नहीं कोई जमाने में रचना रचता का ज्ञान जिसे, पर ऐसा भी बनना होगा नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। दुनिया तो मायावी है, माया से भला कैसी यारी। अपने तो दो ही ठिकाने हैं, वैकुंठ दुनिया निराकारी। धुंधला सा अंधियारा है, दीपक से उजियारा होगा। ये आँख भी तन का दीपक है, ये ज्ञान जीवन दीपक होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। हर शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti. Om Shanti. Were you all able to create Baba's presence? Did you feel you were with Baba? How many of you? Yeah? How many of you? And if you had any difficulty, then you will observe that what was there, which was blocking, that you were not able to experience Baba's love. Some kind of something you are holding, something you are carrying. There is heaviness in your heart. Your head is not very clear. Some kind of fear, confusion. But as much we keep removing that, and as I said, make our space very, very clean and pure, then you are able to keep Baba along with you. I always say that center of Ford is my living room, because I so live there, no? Like in your house, you have a living room, then you have dining room, then, so in the body, for the soul, center of forehead is my living room. So we keep living room very, very clean. Every day we remove the dust and we mop it and keep it little decorated. because that's the entrance. That's where we keep bring our guests to sit. So Baba also becomes our guest, our most beloved father or mother. So we bring him into this space. So keep the space very, very clean. So not only I bring Baba, but Baba can visit me whenever he wants, especially these days when we are practicing stage of soul consciousness. Then Baba also has this pull. And then we all are together in the gathering. That's the biggest pull Baba has. Baba always loves gathering and he visits whenever. But if my space is not clean, then I'm kind of not ready to invoke Baba, not ready to bring Baba in. But if it's clean, I don't have any bad feelings, I don't have any wasteful thinking, I don't have any doubts. So I'm completely clean and also then pure, no wastage, all that, then the space is clean. And Baba can be present just by saying Baba, but that's only possible if I have a very, very loveful and honest and committed relationship with Baba. You don't have to call him twice, just once, and he's there. You receive power, you receive help. That's what my experience is. So in my Brahmin life, Baba's child, I've always kept relationship with Baba where I could be not only loveful, but always said yes to Baba. So once Dadi Gulzar, Baba used to come alternate day, very often in the beginning when Baba became aware. So one time she had to go to Delhi for 3 days, but then she has to take leave or permission from Didi Manmohini and also Dadi Prakash Mani because they were two who were at that time taking care of Yagi as heads of organization. So she called them and they came to her room and she said, "Can I go for 3 days?" So they were a little bit like, how will Baba come? How will program continue? And so they said, "Why don't you ask Baba?" And she said, "Oh, I already asked. Now I'm asking you." And I love that. And I still remember that she said, "Oh, I already asked Baba, but I want to also get your permission." So yeah, she has respect. She didn't say, "Oh, I asked Baba, so I'm going." No. Internally, she said, but they also, both of them had to say yes before she plans to go. It's like, everything that these do, there is so much to learn. Sometimes we do things, say, "Oh, Baba has told me." But then you have to verify it and see if it's accurate. So, but what I'm saying is that her relationship with Baba was such that she will get very clear response from Baba. So one is we had been talking a lot on remembrance and connection and yoga, but today I'm talking about relationship with Baba, mm, with with your boss, with your teacher, within the family. Everything depends on relationship. If relationship is of trust, if relationship of friendship, it's this close relationship, then that mutual understanding is there. And in that relationship, acceptance of each other or helping each other to do whatever they have to do. It's like some kind of availability is there. So at least I have experienced Baba's availability in my life. I say, "Baba, just feel presence of Baba." I don't have to say twice. But sometimes as Dadi's also shared, but one time Dadi Janki said her body was not too well, was very, very low energy, and she wanted to go somewhere or do. And she said, I keep telling Baba, where are you? Where are you? I couldn't feel him. I couldn't, you know. And then she realized that one time Brahma Baba had said that when the body start coughing, Brahma Baba coughs, body start coughing, Shiva Baba has to leave because I am settling my karmic accounts. You understand? Because I'm settling my karmic accounts while I'm coughing. Why will Shiva Baba be sitting in my body? It's a very subtle thing to understand. So many times it could happen that you are in pain or you are going through something and you won't feel Baba's presence because you have to settle, but you can be in remembrance of Baba. Don't say, oh, I'm not feeling Baba, Baba, where are you? And get restless. Stay in remembrance. So he cannot be there, but he is there. Cannot be there in the sense of that you have to settle it, but Baba is always there. Another example, Darijan, he says that sometimes he walks together with you, sometimes he leads you walking in front of you, and sometimes he is behind you to hold you anytime you need help, but you can't see him. So when you don't see him, you say, Baba, so that is not the time that our faith should shake, or I start doubting my relationship, or start doubting Baba's presence, or Baba is available or not. But these are little games Baba play to give us various experiences, but not that doubts emerge in the mind. Sometimes it does happen, right? I didn't been feeling Baba. I'm not experiencing Baba's love. I don't know. I can be soul conscious, but I'm not feeling Baba. Baba is always with us. Baba is with us, but he also wants us to, know how to settle my karmic accounts. He also has to make me the master. He also observes us that how we do it. Now, when it comes to power to discern and decide, so I have to do in Baba's remembrance. But Baba also wants us to gain this self-trust. Otherwise, we keep doubting ourselves a lot. Is it right? It was from Baba. It wasn't my thoughts. Is it Shrimat or Manmat? Lot of waste thoughts. No, these waste thoughts are not just for efforts, but it's in relationship with Baba. And for me, my experiences is that, of course, Dadi shared a lot, that whatever happens, Baba has adopted me. So my life has to be taken care of by Baba. Baba has to protect me, provide me, take care of me, which he does. But then also he wants us to make sometimes feel, are you okay? In the sense of how much have you taken from Baba? And that is why Baba keeps saying, child, become full, keep the stock of powers so that you can use the power. Baba is watching, and as soon as you need help, in the sense of you tried, you couldn't do it, yes, he's always happy to help. Always happy to help, but also he doesn't want you all to be little child all the time, right? As I said, child so master. He also wants us to see that we act as master, where we have trust the power to discern, we trust Baba's help. There is total trust. And that is why I always say that people have a lot of faith, but not enough trust. Because faith is from intellect and trust is from your heart. So this self-trust, as much faith in God is important, that much self-trust. Not confidence in the sense of, oh, I can do, I had been doing, that's confidence. But trust is more like deep within from your heart. So trust in God. In my life, all the time, my voice had been telling me is from the trust in God. Yes, Baba is with us. Yes, Baba will help. Yes, it is Baba's task. He has to do it. I am just a helper. It's not just my task. Baba has to help me. Sometimes that happens. Oh, I have to do service. Baba, please help me. But it should be other way around. Baba, it's your task. I am helping you. You understand? So we take responsibility and then we feel burdened. And then we say, oh, how is difficult because I forgot it's Baba's task. If it's Baba's task, then I have to just help. I have to be instrument. If it's my task, then I say, Baba, please help me. So sometimes we make it different. So it's very, very important at this time. And now we got time, enough time. So relationship with Baba. And creating that presence of Baba of different. Today I wanted us all to experience purifier state. So different qualities we will take every day and experience. Right? You all okay? Right? So today, as I was mentioning yesterday, this Avyakti Parivar is growing. We have, I came to know yesterday, I got email also. We have a very, very big group also from China joining us. So we're becoming like a universal family. And so yesterday I mentioned that, and I wrote this also to Madhuban today, that I have this thought that as lockdown and the curfew in India, very strict curfew in India, has has extended for another 2 weeks. So why don't we also take time for ourselves, 2 weeks, to do some kind of bhakti? And I don't mean bhakti means to just sit in yoga, but bhakti is like your timetable for whole day. So 6 things I want to share, 6 aspects. The first one, Amrit Vela. Accurate Amrit Vela, sit properly. Not just you are sleepy, just go and sit, but wake up, brush your teeth, proper costume and sit properly in front of Baba. If you all have Baba's room or a little place, if you are at home, just go and sit there. So that Amrit Vela is very, very important. And then will be like little time in between and Murli class. These days, what I do after Amrit Vela, sometimes I have, in Telegram there is Murli recorded. So I just listen to that Murli after Amrit Vela until until I read or listen properly when it is being read in the class. Because it's like you want to hear twice, 3 times so that you are able to absorb. Because even if one word misses or I didn't connect, then it's like it doesn't make, the context is missing. Like, so Murli is very important, and then breakfast, and then 12, Baba said 24 types means drill. So 12, 12 combined, right? 12 incorporeal and 12 angelic, so become 24. So I thought the best is that at traffic control time, because even if it's from 3 minutes to 5, you're not rushing for work, you're not at job. Some might be, but mostly we are not. So you can just make that drill in such a way. So traffic control time, right? So it can be, we have these days every hour. One is traffic control 5 times a day, 10:30, 12:30, all that. But every hour the music is played, and that is Dadi Prakashvani has started with the song of Power of Peace, Shanti Ki Shakti Se. If you all don't have, you can put in your computer. Like here we have every hour it plays. So when it plays, then you do your drill, right? So this is three things. And then the fourth is 1 hour, or as we have been doing, half an hour every 2 hours. That will be like yoga bhakti. We do 10 to 10:30, 11, then 12 to 12:30, then 2 to 30, 4 to 4:30. And if you are not able to keep to schedule, then you see what time you can do. But it is good to have bhakti while sitting, because then of course in between you have to do your activities and sustain everything. And then fifth is evening bhakti. These days we do it from 6 to 7:30. Then we have spiritual chit chat, which really chit chat is so refreshing the intellect. So when you sleep, you have such beautiful energy. I think you all must be feeling that, right? Since we started this, it's so beautiful. Nighttime you sleep. And then before sleeping, then you have to keep your chart. And in that chart, you write about self-realization and self-transformation, little bit on, where you could have been better, where you could have been more spiritual or lofty, but also on remembrance. But one thing I suggest is that soul and body both have to be pure, right? So one way to purify the body is through the vibrations of purity, through your own light and might. But other is what is in elements go into the body. So we try to drink pure water. We try that I stay around where there's no pollution. We walk and see that the earth is clean. But other way is the food, because the energy, the food is from elements also. So one is we eat pure, we eat vegetarian. Other is we cook it in Baba's remembrance. Then we offer bhog to Baba. And then while eating, also if I eat in Baba's remembrance, in Baba's company, so the elements of food when goes in the body, then the purity of body increases. So one is external purity, one is remembrance, so that the food which I have eaten, when it becomes energy in the body, it helps us to connect more with Baba, or more with Baba. So soul and body both have to be pure at this time. Or in one of the Murli I liked when Baba said, you also have to make elements pure. So elements are outside, but elements are also your body. And as much body is becoming pure, it also helps the soul. When soul is becoming pure, it helps the body. I don't know if those souls are there, but at least 2, 3 souls have written about their pains in the body. When I share that Dadis doesn't feel that pain, because that is the time. One of the most important things which one can do is before sleeping, when you keep chart before sleeping, you give chart to Baba as Supreme Judge, and then you know you can sleep very well. But also one of the things which we can do as often whenever you want is little bit practice of long breathing, inhale and exhale breathing. If we call it pranayam, Pranayam really means regulating the breath. Actually, breath should be regular, no rhythmatic, normal. But then the stress and the wasteful thoughts or any kind of anxiety somewhere blocks that. So, generally, even when people, or, we do also with our group in the morning, Murli, at 7 o'clock traffic control, we have chanting of Om for 3 minutes where. So when I realized that when you're saying Om, you're taking breath up and oxygen to the brain. And when you bring it down, even saying Shanti or otherwise, your heart is getting good breathing. And, breath is very important. And breath is very connected with the thought. When thought of fear comes, your breathing, your palpitation is very high. But when you are peaceful, like when I sit in meditation, I said, I'm breathing peace. I take that breath long into my whole body, up to stomach, up to my feet, as deep I can take it. And then I take it very much into my brain, physical parts of the body, with the breath of the peace, with the breath of love. Not I think of love and peace, but I align then the thought and the breath. So this way your pains can be tolerable, and possibly also you won't feel it because it's also giving you a very pure energy. Of course, one of the practice is bodiless stage. More you practice bodiless stage, more you find your body is those parts of the pain, circulation begins in those parts, and the tension of nerves, or things can relax. So I know I had been getting this is a common thing of pains in the body. And so one is physical way, other is spiritual way. So if you all can, you know, if you want, we can have few minutes of Bhumi then can help us with little bit of, just not long, but it can be the Om chanting 3 times, or it can be little bit on how do you, because what happens, we are so habit of thinking, intellect using, that there's a lot of stress. And when there is stress, then our breath becomes very shallow. And when Dadi Janki, I remember that whenever she had a lot of pain, Dadi, breathe, take long breath, it will be okay. And then now, you must have heard when she comes and sit on the stage, she takes long breath. One time, the guest from Call of Time were telling Dadi, your breath is very good. And when I come and sit here too, because you are rushing, you have phone calls, you have so many emails, so you have to take long breath to let go of everything, because our breath becomes shallow. And when it is shallow, it doesn't reach and unblocks all the blockages, or doesn't reach every part of the body. So we have forgotten even to breathe properly. Otherwise, we don't need any exercise. Or even to, they say every joint of the body should move, every joint. So they call it stretching. One is exercise. Exercise is okay, more strong muscles, and but stretches is which is every part of the body, bone, every bone should move. They call it stretches. So in our group, we had been doing in the morning after morely 10 minutes, 15 minutes, which also had been helping, especially after certain age, the metabolism goes slow, but we still eat enough in less activity. So stretching helps to move. So arthritis and a lot of other aches and pains can also be, you can help with that also. So that's little bit I wanted to share. Plus, we had been using a home medicine. We make it, and people had been really, if you're sound, dryness, any symptoms you find starting with flu or whatever, to take it as a prevention. I don't know if it's medicine, but at least it helps you to protect. So these two things I thought to help you with also, because elements are tamo pradhan and body still is not 100% pure. So little ailments, little, whatever you can help your family with also. Today I was telling one center, this formula of they put 6 things, I don't know in English, every translation of each one. And then they boil it and keep it and drink hot. And some people, it has helped very much. I myself, these sisters here, every night before sleeping, we drink that. And in the morning, we do some of the breathing exercises. And so chanting of Om is also very important. So I thought we do little different today. So at this time, I will ask Bhumi Ben if others also want to join sitting here. I don't know. Yeah, you want to do that? Yeah, agree? Okay. Bhumi इधर बैठ जाओ नीचे. आपको करना है, आता है आपको? दोनों बैठ जाओ ना. चलो जल्दी करो. रेडी. चलो. Back is straight, your breathing will be good. But if you sit like this, head like this, then your spine is affected, your breathing is affected. So don't sit straight as much possible. Don't all the time, your head is going down on this side, because that means your energy is tilt. That means your heaviness is there. And because of that heaviness, your head cannot be straight. So as much you put it straight, not let it tilt, that also helps with keeping the balance of energy. दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा है तुमको? So now both sisters will chant Om as much you can do. It won't be just 3 times. It can help, so it's not bhakti. But when I learned, during these days of little settling of karmas, I learned this, you know, little bit on breathing, little bit on stretching. It really helped me. And after that, a lot of us are doing it very regularly. I know some mothers, very old mothers, they also do in the morning after Murli. And Avyakti Parivar, who listens Murli in Hindi, they all do very regularly. And so I just thought that you all have become part of Avyakti Parivar now in the evening, so you can also join. Om Shanti. Did you all join? Yes. Hmm? Did you all join? You also said Om? Yes. Okay, very good. Breathing पे क्या बताना है short में? Okay. So you can do whenever you don't have to, just even like for me, I don't do light, but internally also Om Shanti. Because we do Om Shanti very quickly, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. But there was a time you heard that Baba, when he started Om Mandali, was called Om Mandali before name of Brahma Kumari, he used to chant Om. So then in the end, when you say Om, so you're taking your breath up, I am, then Shanti inside, I am peaceful, Om Shanti. So Om is taking you up and Shanti is bringing you in. So we just say it like, it's greeting, it's love, it's sharing, but we just say Om Shanti. But if you really properly say, even internally, if you have to say yourself Om Shanti, so anytime you feel restless, you feel low energy, you feel not well, and many times some sisters say today, I'm not, my energy is low. I said, okay, rest is important, but also, increase your energy by giving the proper breath, energy of breath to your each all parts of body. And then so this really takes it anytime, even before sleeping, just for a minute, take long breath and take it so that oxygen is in the brain. And these days, especially, like for here, we don't go out. Everything is closed because it's still cold. So from where you get your fresh air or you get, so at least whatever is there, then you inhale properly, exhale properly. So it has spiritual benefit because when you're doing it, your mind becomes very, very still. And lot of people feel a lot of concentration also when they're doing it. There is one time when I used to do regularly. Then I had many teachers who used to come and see me. So if I'm doing it twice, they will sit with me. And everyone had such beautiful experience of, you know, stillness of mind, focus of mind. And at that time, like you feel that because of concentration, you are away from everything, no thoughts. And so a lot of beautiful abilities of the mind also grows with this kind of little breathing exercise with sacredness of who am I? I am soul, peaceful. So Om, I am Shanti. That's what I am. So you go up and then you bring it into your whole breathing by saying Shanti. So Om you say loudly, Shanti can be very gently. Okay, this is all for today. Creating presence of Baba and but also yesterday's blessing today. Merge yourself in Baba, or nothing is mine. Then Baba helps you to become perfect. Because if I keep boundary and limit and self-identity so strong, physical that also, so then Baba you can't receive that help. If Baba has given me the aim to become perfect, who is going to help me to become perfect? You think I can do only with my efforts? Efforts are never enough because we some many times waste our time, our words, our we have to do a lot of regular activities. But if I lose this my whole physical ID, but just I am Baba's child, I am soul, Baba, I belong to you. Why Dadi Janki always said, Who am I, whom I belong? She always said, who am I, whom I belong? And I realized that why she said whom I belong, mm, because that's where now Baba comes in my life and he helps me to remain full, to become perfect. So it's really perfect blessing for this time where we all have aim now to become perfect. So for 16th, that is for tomorrow, the blessing is that may you become constantly soul conscious and experience forgetting everything with love, not with heavy heart, but with love and the stage of being absorbed in love. Again, it is lovely. So don't struggle for yoga, but love lean. When there is love, there is remembrance, no? When you love someone, you think of that person. Right? So Baba is saying more about love because you have to be easy, relaxed. So when there is stage of soul consciousness and stage have love and remain absorbed in love in your, then that means now to maintain this awareness in your actions, words, connection, relationship, that lovely stage, and then you have to do everything practically. So for tomorrow, our practice will be to stay lovely and so that you can forget everything from the past and feel very, very fresh and light and pure. You know, all those experiences will be there. So no, there no effort really. Love lean, I have to stay in love for Baba. And then, you know, love is such a energy which anyone you think of love, that person will get a thought, you will get a call, some connection start happening there in love. But maybe that we have experience with logics or friends. My experiences with Dadi Janki, Dadis, they share the thought, it reaches, then we talk, communicate. When there is love, there is connection, there is remembrance, good relationship, everything happens with love. And this love is of soul consciousness. That's the difference. It's not love of body consciousness. And even with bodily relationship, create the relationship of soul consciousness. As someone said, there is no harm. To have good relationship with family is very good, no? But in that spiritual way. Okay, so today we, so from tomorrow you got like what we starting with 6 points, right? We start our 14 days bhakti. Sometimes some people think bhakti means just to sit. But bhakti is like you putting yourself in this furnace or putting yourself to mold yourself. Or, you know, like they have bhakti of gold mines. So they melt the alloy in that bhakti. They make these clay pots in bhakti. So there are bhattis for different purposes. No? So it's just like ignite the flame of love all day. And then from there you think and you do, you speak, you sit, connection, relation, everything will happen. So we will do for 14 days. And if you have any questions, you can ask us. I can help. And I don't know, you might say, did you get the 6 points, right? Yeah, Amrit Vela, Murli class, practice of 2 forms, 12 times both during traffic control. then evening bhatti, then writing chart at the night time, and in chart your own day, where you need to improve, where you need to transform, and also remembrance of Baba. Give that chart to Father, to teacher, and Sadguru Baba, or even Supreme Judge, so that in the morning you wake up. Because many today, some warnings about that how people are in dreams also feeling the virus. They are psychologically very affected. So you have to reduce hearing about what's going on in the world, because that affects definitely. As I was saying, if there is fire, you far from fire, but smoke still comes. There is wind, but still dust can come. So we have to be careful from outside atmosphere and internally keep so pure, clean light, and no fear, worry, so you can serve others also. Om Shanti.
So the question is how to be in lovely sthiti with Baba. How to reach that stage of being merged in love of my Baba.
Have you experienced any love in your life with your parents or with your child or with your friend? And I don't know who is asking question, but my question to that soul is, have you ever experienced being love with anyone? I'm not saying here love of lover and beloved, which I think many of us haven't. But yes, I love for my mother, or love for my sister, or love for my friend. So it's some or other you remain merged in that love. It's consistent there. So same is with Baba, my eternal father, eternal parents. And my roots are really from that divine and supreme. So if you go in soul consciousness and understand your relationship with Baba, so you think of Baba, Baba's qualities, attainments from Baba. Even when you think of knowledge, for me, whenever I churn knowledge, there's so much love for Baba. He's making me sensible, so wise. He's giving me power to discern. He's guiding my life. So love emerges, no? How many of you feel love for Baba? Everyone. Sometimes while listening morning, looking at our life of today is from Baba. Looking at our thinking, how people think, how they are occupied with wasteful thinking, fears, worries. And here we are Baba's children. How we are spending our time. You are so grateful, and that's where the love emerges. We are inside this morning. I went to Gyan Sarovar online. They wanted a class to spend 1 hour with them. We can't travel, but still I went, right? Then I went to Middle East, all the countries of Middle East together online for an hour. So I thought Baba is making me travel more than before. So the love from Baba emerges by seeing the attainments, the life, what we're receiving. For me, even the sense you make from Murli, you're becoming sensible. So this is the love which emerges, and then when it emerges, then you remain immersed in that love, lean. Like you go in ocean, then you really go as much you can go in the water deep. Same is God's love. And there is a song saying, God, your love can only be experienced, cannot be explained. We have a song, 2 lines of that song you will hear in the end. That God, your love cannot be explained. Bataya nahi jata. But you can experience, feel it. And that also in soul consciousness. I mean, devotees also experience a lot of love from God. They have love for God and they experience love in their own way.
This was a question yesterday, actually, that
Mm.
somebody has asked that if I had to start small business and if I had to take loan from bank, is that okay to do as a Brahmin? Or
Mm. Especially at this time, I know this question had been asked by a few that you have a motel and because not enough labor and then whatever reason you have do not have enough money to pay the mortgage because rooms are not occupied and government is offering certain loans to small businesses and he had applied and I said that's fine because then business can continue. That's their only livelihood. Business can continue and then they can start paying back whatever are the terms. So I think at this time, small businesses, most of them do require. Someone else was asking, they have plumbing business, small one. And so I think that many are going through because of shortage of laborers and then many things like rooms are motels, hotels are empty almost. Some have jobs, it's different, but that also some lost jobs. So in USA, people have started receiving some amount. So you had been paying taxes to government, so somewhere they are also liable to help you, and it brings back the society into normal way, which I think the whole aim is to reopen everything, and they're doing it cautiously because the fear of virus infection is still not completely gone. We all still have to be very careful, not become careless. Because this morning or yesterday morning, one of the mother, she got fractured and she had to go to hospital because, and then she got virus and then put her went, but she couldn't survive. Lungs completely collapsed. So she left body yesterday. And it's not good time really to go to hospital and it's really it's emergency because there is so much infection. Even doctors and frontline medical workers, they all getting infection. So still we have to be careful. That's why they have curfew or lockdown still on. And it's for our benefit, but also in eating you have to see that not buy too many things at this time. You have grains, you have beans, whatever stuff you have, you eat from there. Because anything from outside at this time, from stores, especially open things, you have to be careful when you are using them. And that is why actually what we did also bought some vegetables and we cut them and freeze them so we can take out and use it. But it's good not to buy a lot of stuff. So anyway, it's okay to take loan for small business. Yeah.
this is somebody wants some clarification. Could you clarify on what does it mean creating vibrations of Baba's presence as purifier or as father? Is it like I take the awareness of Baba is with me as purifier and he is purifying and having faith and creating vibrations out of it?
You don't create vibrations, but when you have thoughts, there are vibrations with the thought. We use the word create vibration. We don't create vibrations, we create thoughts. And every thought has vibrations. But first, it affects your own mind and body. Let's say if you have Baba purifier, even just thought, and then you are connecting with Baba, then there is this energy within that thought which creates the vibration. So you don't create vibrations, you create thoughts. And from thoughts, what is created? It is vibration. It's a kind of energy. It's like you are, like some people eat garlic, right? And if they suddenly come in the class, you can smell it in whole hall. And they say, no, we didn't eat, but you could smell it, no? Not that they have to give that smell. So vibration is something like that, which is very subtle. Let's say if somebody uh, doesn't have good intentions and come in front of you, you just 1 second you feel shaken, like you feel as because that vibration from that person's bad mind or bad intention touches you, but then you're not careful. You say it's okay, it's okay. But first moment you will feel like something touch you like a current. So more, in the sense of that vibration is not created, but when you have love for Baba, you think of Baba, then you create the presence. One time I was sitting in Baba's room when I was in Queens. Baba's room was just between kitchen, living room. So I will go very often if there is anything, just go and sit with Baba. So when I woke up, got up from chair, there was one brother from some Latin American countries. He must have come and sat behind. And he said, Sister Moini, I always wanted to experience Baba as father, but today I really felt it because I was really in love with Baba as a father and I'm talking to Baba as a father. And that instantly gave experience to someone. It's not I had to do anything. So always whatever you are doing, others are receiving from that. So when we say we have to give sakash, Baba has to give sakash, but I have to be in Baba's remembrance. Really, it's nothing like giving, it's more being that, doing that, and others receive it. I think it's time to close now until tomorrow. There is Amrit Vela. Then we do our Bhatti first day, Thursday, and tomorrow evening, because it's Thursday, we will still offer bhog to Baba. Generally, we do it in the morning, but with the parivar, with the family, we will offer Baba and also keep maintaining our Bhatti, right? So, Om Shanti, let's have remembrance of Baba.
Any request, please send email to avyaktiparivar@gmail.com. avyaktiparivar@gmail.com.
We hadn't planned that we will go on for so long and it will grow big family. So we are still gathering little gadgets from here there. Like somebody gave us a big light. They have studio, and it's like we are little by little we are getting stuff, getting better with the technical part and getting a lot of cooperation. So it will get better and better. I think that we're trying to get a proper laptop, proper devices, because whatever we had, it was not meant for such a big use. So I think we are getting, sisters are doing better and better. We have many IT brothers, so they can only help on phone because this Lakshman Rekha, nobody could come. We don't meet, it's only on phone we can. So these two sisters have to manage. So whatever best we can do technically. As I said, even there are many who could help, but they can't be here physically present. So every night they help us or during day. And most of these IT people are working from home, so they are busy. But still they really make themselves available. So I thank you. Anyone can offer any help you can offer and see how we can make it useful. Okay, now 2 lines of the song about love, God's love. But then song is in Hindi.
Om Shanti. So this song is that Baba, your love, we cannot explain. It can come as a tear from my eyes, but it cannot explain through words. तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता, तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता, बरस जाता है नैनों से वो बतलाया नहीं जाता, तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता, सुना सकते हैं ज्ञान भी, बता सकते हैं बातें भी, सुना सकते हैं ज्ञान भी, बता सकते हैं बातें भी, मिला है रस जो इस दिल को पिलाया और नहीं जाता, तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता, कोई पूछे अगर मुझसे बाबा का प्यार कैसा है, कोई पूछे अगर मुझसे बाबा का प्यार कैसा है, कहूँगी करके देख लो दिखाया नहीं जाता, तेरा वो प्यार है बाबा जो समझाया नहीं जाता, बरस जाता है नैनों से वो बतलाया